This is Bridget, or Brisket, or Basket, or Bucket, or Biscuit, or, well, she has many names. But not all names were created equally. That's why today I decided to make a tier list of Bridget's names. I hope you enjoy. Okay, it is time for a tier list. A new tier list. I would first of all like to say, last time I did a tier list video, people, it was only 2 people in fairness, but people seemed to care enough about the video to comment, but not watch the full video, which I find even more perplexing considering I timestamped the entire video. So, I don't know. Whatever. Water under the bridge. We are going to be ranking the Bridget names. A girl of many names. Some of which more common than others on this list. This is but a handful of them. There are many more, but you know, I don't have enough storage on my computer just to house all these names. I've used pictures to represent them, and I have a folder on the side to reference in case I forget some of them. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, we've got to do the tiers first. Okay, well, top tiers are obviously gonna have to be goated. Goated name. Bottom tier, cringe. Mid tier, decent. Penultimate tier is going to be overrated. And then just to make it symmetrical, we'll do underrated. Okay, let's get started. First of all, with Bridget. I mean, this is where it all began. This is where it all started. This is the Bridget, this is the start of the Bridget lineage. This is the Adam and Eve of, Bridget names, except it's just one. It's just Eve. Actually, I'm gonna change goated to iconic. There are tons here I would describe as, like, iconic. I don't get hyped about Bridget names. Not necessarily. Not anymore. I've mellowed out over the years. Another iconic one, Brisket. Some people know her as Brisket, actually. You know what? I'd like to know the amount of people that first knew this character as Brisket and not Bridget. Because I'd be willing to wager it's a lot. Bucket's a pretty common one, but I'd argue it's kind of underrated. People don't call her Bucket. But Bucket is good. But people need to start calling Bucket more. I have strong opinions about calling Bridget Bucket. And I think Biscuit is overrated, personally. It's too, like, fandom speak for me, you know what I mean? Like, when people call, like, Izuku Midoriya their cinnamon roll, it's like, yeah, fuck you. And that's weird. I hate it. It's, like, sickeningly sweet. It's a gross pet name. Biscuit, no, I don't like it. Biscuit's overrated, but it's not cringe. We'll get it out of here. Bullet. It's decent, yeah. Bullet. I feel like if she had more, like, you know, she's pretty fast and neutral. Pretty fast, but she doesn't do much damage, you know. She doesn't read bullet to my brain, but it's decent. It's a pretty good one. What is that one? Ah, it's Backlit. This is Backlit. Underrated. No one calls her it. No one calls her Backlit. It's not good. It's not iconic. But, you know, I think there's room for Backlit in the Bridget community. This one is Backseat, I believe. Backseat. This is Backseat. I feel like we should make another tier. I think we have to make another tier because it's like around the overrated zone, but no one ever uses it, so it can't be overrated in any way, shape, or form. I think Backseat is whatever. Who cares? Who cares about Backseat, you know? There are so many better names to call Bridget. Backseat is just not there. Ballet. Cringe. It's cringe. It doesn't end in... I mean, it ends in T, but you don't sound it out. It doesn't belong there. It's a poser. It's a poser, and I don't like it. What is that one? That, I believe, is Banquet. Yes, this is Banquet. I think it's another underrated one. Another underrated gem. It's Banquet. You know, like, think about a banquet, like the grandeur, the connotations of status. I think it speaks to Bridget's influence on not only the Strive community but the internet as a whole. I think Banquet is appropriate. Speaking of influence and holy deeds, Baptiste. It's close. I think it's close to being underrated, but it's just decent. You know, it's fine. Nothing particularly wrong with it, but nothing too exciting either. Baptiste. Now, on the contrary of something holy, Baptiste from Overwatch, and if you know anything about Overwatch, I don't like the support. He was broken. He was well, not broken, but like he was like, no, I don't know. To me, he represents like the decline of supports, and I don't think such disgrace should be attributed to Bridget, our savior. What is this one? Like a mountain? It's Basalt. Or Basalt. It's Basalt. That block from Minecraft, you know? Basalt, so family decent, you know. No one's calling her Basalt, but... Actually, no, it's whatever. It's whatever. No, fuck Basalt. Fuck Basalt. And no one's calling her that. It sucks. And this is like Resident Evil 7 looking location here. That is... Basement. This is Basement. Underrated. Come on, Basement. It's good. We like it. Basement. You know, something not inherently threatening, but I think, you know, when you're down in a creepy basement, you sense the danger. It's kind of what it's like when you're up against, like, a high-level Bridget. You know? Like Bridget on her own. You see a picture of her. She's chill. And then you have to fight a Bridget online, and she's good. It's terrifying. And Basement. I think that's what a basement feels like. Basket. Decent. We like Basket. Basket's good. I feel like people don't use it a lot, but it's not exactly underrated. It's not a bucket. It's player 2 to bucket. It's the player 2 to bucket's player 1, in my opinion. Oh, finally some quality. This is Basalt. And I think this is the only one on the list that is 2 words. No, I think I'm wrong. But it's the first one on the list that's 2 words. Iconic. It's bath salts. I mean, I go on bath salts all the time when I play Bridget. It's ubiquitous of the character, you know, the Tweedledum to Bridget's Tweedledee. Beetroot. Underrated. I like beetroot. It's a great vegetable. Have you ever had a beetroot? It's lovely. They're juicy and earthy, and that's how I feel about Bridget. Oh, Beret. Or Beret. Gross. No. Same thing I said with Ballet, you know? The T is there, but it's silent. There's a poser. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Trying to mooch under the Bridget uprising. I don't like that. I'm not okay with that. Bigot. Iconic. It's iconic, but it's kind of, you know, underrated at the same time. Because no one calls her Bigot. I can't believe this. I have to put it on iconic though, because it's just so good. Obviously, Bigot. Well, we need to start a Twitter campaign. # call Bridget Bigot. It's the only way we'll move forward in society. You know, it's a real turning of the tables, you know? Like, she was trod on by the bigots, but now she is the bigot. You are about to get hate crimed, alright? You know, I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me. Sort of vibe. Yeah, Bigot is iconic. Blanket. Kind of underrated. I like it. Blanket. It's a very good name, you know? Blanket. And she, if you want to read into it, her hoodie kind of looks like a blanket. You know, it's loose fitting and a bit baggy, you know? Seems warm. Keeps her warm in the winter. It's a blanket, so I think it works. A blood clot. Iconic. You know, I frequently get blood clots when I play Bridget. I partially accept it might be a me problem, but I think it's a sign. I think it's a sign from heavens above, so that Bridget is the beacon of blood clots. That's what we're gonna call her from now on. And as a matter of fact, I think she is the god of this feudal system. We need to put her in her own sort of kingly tier by herself, you know? She created this, you know? She's the harbinger of all names that effectively come back to her. Bobcat. Overrated. You know? Again, I think like calling her, you know, there's a bit of a thing with cats. You know what? I'm about to say something very controversial. More controversial than saying that the name Bigot is iconic. I don't find cat memes funny. I'm gonna say it. I don't find them funny. When it's just like a picture of a cat and it's like, this is a silly little guy, :3, like I don't get it. It's not funny. It's cute, but it's not funny. So I have aversion to cat-related internet affairs. I think I'm taking a stand. Yeah, I'm taking a stand. On the contrary, Bopit. You know? Do they have Bopits in America? I feel like Bopit is a bit of a British phenomenon, you know? It's a real epidemic, I think, over here. At least 70% of the UK's population owns a Bopit or two. We're Bopit-crazed individuals. And Bridget is actually from the British land. She spawned from our people, you know? You know, she's a British icon, you know? Up there with Buckingham Palace and something else we will talk about shortly. Bouquet. Decent. Actually, no, it's cringe. It's cringe because it's got the silent T. We already said this. Unbelievable. Wolversheep's clothing. Box set. That's iconic. Box set. You know? Because it can be versatile. It can be anything. You know? A box set of cards. A box set of DVDs. A box set of, guns. I don't know. And they can mix you up, you know? You can be surprised by them, and I feel like that reflects well on Bridget, because a mix-up can be surprising, you know? High-low. What you gonna do? Oh no, she command grabbed me. I'm dead now. I'm down 10 on Bridget. All thanks to Boxset. I think Boxset did this. Bracelet. So whatever. It's fine. It, you know, it can join Backseat and Basalt in the slums of mediocrity. Bracelet. You're not gonna see anyone calling her Bracelet. A bracket. That's decent. That goes. It's decent. I feel like, yeah. It's got a real fricative to it. Is that the word? Fricative. It's got a real fricative, cadence, you know? Bracket. As a sense of, like, aggression. Like, not in a direct aggression. It's letting you know that she means business. Bratwurst. Underrated. You know, I know she's not German. I know we just went on a patriotic British tirade, but Bratwurst, it's good, you know. And plus, you get to do the little the rollings of the R and pronouncing the W as a V. You know what? You don't get to do it with Brisket or Bridget or Boxset. Right? I think this one is breakfast. This is breakfast. I'm so tempted to put it in whatever or decent. It's nearly indecent. It's so close to being indecent. But it's just so lame. Like, it's got the fricatives. Honestly, that I like. So I will see you guys. You know, it's not there, and you don't get to roll the R. So it's close. It's a it's a wannabe bracket. Yes. Brexit, iconic. You know, the history behind this one is real. The 3 quintessential British elements. You know, the holy trinity of British patriotism. Bridget from GuiltyGearStrive, Bopit, and Brexit. And for them to go in descending order like this as well, I think it aids to the cause. Alright, I think this is Buckwheat. It's kind of underrated. You know, I'm gonna say I think Buckwheat is underrated. It's nearly decent, but I think, again, like whoa, like that out of left field. Like, I didn't even know there was a word. Sort of thing. It's got the harsh sounds of racket. Underrated. We should call her Buckwheat more. Budget. Yeah, it kind of sucks. It's whatever. Well, no, I'll put it in decent, because I don't think it's whatever. This next one is whatever, definitely. You know, this is Buffet. Hang on a minute. Yeah, no, cringe. Sorry. It's got the silent T. We can't have this. These fucking poses. 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. They're trying to get in to the Bridget Club. Well, I'm the bouncer, and I'm telling them no. Alright, bullshit. This one's bullshit. Iconic. Bullshit. I think maybe non-Bridget players, even some Bridget players, would admit that she can be bullshit at times. So it's accurate. But also because, you know, like, how often have you looked at a character and, you know, you've maybe called them bullshit? How many of them have taken that on as their identity? How many of them have gone, like, yeah, you know what? My name's bullshit. Nice to meet you. I bet none. Loser. And last but not least, Buzzcut. It's decent. It's decent because, you know, Buzzcut. It's got a Z sound, you know, ooh, exotic, you know. But also it's a terrible haircut, so I think it cancels out and just kind of makes it mediocre. It's good, but like nothing special. And these are all the Bridget names, all that I put on here at least. This concludes the Bridget tier list. If you enjoyed the video, do remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. If you disagree with this tier list, watch 3 seconds of the video and tell me to kill myself in the comments. Don't do that, it was a joke. I mean, you can if you want, but like, only if you watch this bit, so I know you're joking. Or just do it anyway, you know, surprise me. But that about does it for today, so I will see you guys later. Bye bye!